Market Matters, I'm Lynn, joined by Sulhi Azman. Today we have two stocks with momentum, both flagged with positive momentum, and this is brought to you by The Edge Research. So the first one, we have this company called Tex Cycle Technology Malaysia Berhad. That's quite a mouthful. So what this company does is it's in recovery and recycling services. So it collects salt rags, wipes and gloves from all these manufacturing industries and it safely disposes them.
Well, Waylin, the stock is actually as cheerful as the shirt I'm wearing now. You know, it's very peach, very bright and very colourful.
You mean by how much it's risen in a year to date?
It's risen, correct. It has risen year to date 72%, despite closing down 0.63% at 79 cents today. Now, yes, we have not really heard about this stock until today. I mean, during our shows. Basically, this reminds me of Alam Flora, you know, where they actually do some rubbish collections and so on. Speaking of that, the stock is actually pegged by the positive momentum, as we've said earlier.
This is despite actually having risen about 70% year to date. But when I first came across this company today and what it does, I find it quite interesting because we often talk about the manufacturing companies. You're talking about oil and gas factories and all, but what they do is actually what is needed. Like we need players like them in the market.
Well, I think also that the government has legislated that you have to separate the rubbish and so on. That's what the same thing Tex Cycle is doing at the moment, right?
When did they actually mandatorily?
I think the government through Solid Work Corporation has said that the household that needs to separate the rubbishes by according to different types by September 1st. Now, if you look at this company, right, it's very interesting. If you look at the net profits, 145%.
That's right, it's more than double.
More than double. Yeah. Revenue go up as well. You know, I think it's a very good company to start off with.
Well, the company in its announcement to Bursa Malaysia attributed the higher revenue net profit because of its new plant that has started operations. So this new plant was granted pioneer status from MIDA with 5 years of 70% tax exemption on its tax payable.
That I think would be very accretive to its earnings as well. And you know, I think, you know, this company is involved in a very resilient, I mean, I wouldn't say recession-proof, but I think it would be a resilient, strong business.
But I guess for countries who have, have presence in manufacturing industries like automobile, engineering, oil and gas, you definitely need players like this.
And I think according to the Solid Work Corporation data, Malaysia produces about 33,000 tons of rubbish, if that figure is correct, you know.
So companies like this will be here to stay.
Will be here to stay, correct.
For years. Right, now let's move on to the second stock with momentum. We have Ge-Shen Corporation Berhad, also flagged with a positive momentum. Now, this is a company that manufactures plastic molded products. The news front on the August 11, about a month ago actually, it has received a takeover from its largest shareholder. It's actually an unconditional takeover because it owns more than 50% in the company. The offer price was 81 cents per share. Today, the stock rose up 18% to 96 cents. But keep in mind that at the offer price of 81 cents per share, back then, the shares had already run up above the offer price.
Above, so and also, I think also the share price also closed, more than 81% today. And I learned that TA Research or TA Securities, the independent advisor, has released some results. Update on that.
So it's actually quite fresh because the IA circular is supposed to be out today. So according to TA Securities, it says that the offer is fair and reasonable because the offer price of 81 cents per share is at a premium towards its net asset value of 66 cents. But according to this, to its filing to Bursa Malaysia, right, the board of Ge-Shen has actually recommends that the holders reject the offer because it says that it does not concur with the evaluation by TA Securities.
I see. Indeed, if you look at the net asset price, right, you know, I mean, at the current announcement results, it is actually 89 cents per share. And if you look at the offer price, 81 cents, maybe investors think that the stock is undervalued?
Yeah, that's true. But according to this IA, though, it says that the adjusted net asset value is at 66 cents per share. So maybe after adjusting it, it could be lower. But Ge-Shen as a company as a whole, though, it's been doing well. Its second quarter net profit, which was out, has actually grown up 5 times.
5 times, yes. 475%. What do you make out of that? With a revenue of 52%, that is actually numbers that you should not, that seems to be very good as well. But then again, they also have exposure to US dollars, but very minimal as well.
In April, they bought a Penang rival, smaller rival, to grow their business. It was a net cash position in March, but June no longer, but its cash position still remains healthy. But I'm afraid, Max, we have to, Sulhi, we have to wrap this up. Tex Cycle and Ge-Shen, they are both flat with positive momentum by The Edge Research. Tex Cycle is in a business of recovery and recycling, while Ge-Shen in plastics molding is in the middle of a takeover by its shareholder.